EG. I mean, so many different storylines, but probably the most important, the standings. Liquid have to win 2 to ensure themselves to continue on in this tournament. If they draw, there's going to be a tiebreaker, and if they lose both, donezo.
In a way, it's nice to be in a situation where you're in charge of your own destiny, right? The really grueling moments are the ones where you've underperformed the tournament and you get to the last day and you need other teams to do really specific things so that you can get a second chance. Now they can take it into their own hands, and hopefully, based on what happened for them yesterday, they have learned... They've learned quite a lot, I think, along the way. They had to take some serious beatings.
Oh god, there's a first blood! Unbelievable from far away as well. Only time will tell here.
To pressure Taiga.
Yeah, Crit does make that rotation. Dead. He's super dead. Abed ends up getting the last hit for that one, and that is much needed, as we can see from just the CS alone. 11 and 6 for him. As top lane, we're seeing the Berserker's call. Now that the Hoodwink has rotated over, Liquid feels very free to try and get this kill. It's ticking out very slowly. The Fire Spirits didn't hit there, but it didn't really matter. Enough was already there. But SUMAIL getting chased down by Abed now. A lot of stacks with that Firefly. And Koikfa made the rotation from bottom, but all he can do is throw out a Breathe Fire.
It's going to take some pretty good damage on the return here, though. This Ghost creep, he could even die.
Yeah, that creep is so annoying. Body blocks from Koikfa to follow. Plasma Field comes out, but Arteezy looks like he's going to go down here. So that's a second death for him, and it's only 5.5 minutes. So, I mean, we didn't really get the chance to talk about just the idea of a safe lane Razor in this particular game, but I mean, again, all these lanes, other than the mid lane, where Abed looking for another kill. 3 stacks of sticky napalm with that Firefly again. So despite getting off to a bit of a rough start, that's 2 kills in a row onto SUMAIL. And now the Acorn shot top with the right clicks of Ice Ice Ice, but the Berserker's Call is going to keep him alive a little bit longer with the extra armor, but it's not to be. Finally a return kill in the top lane for EG, as this lane was definitely going in favor of Liquid until then.
Yeah, he's still
and Arteezy making a really fast rotation here in top. Into that static link with the Hoodwink setting things up, and a double kill for Ice Ice Ice. You talk about how important this is from both perspectives. Yeah, just trying to be...
So doesn't care about spiders so much.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Crit is level 5, though. He's doing quite well for himself right now. As Abed getting chased out of the mid lane for now, but it looks like Koikfa is going to come around the other side with that Dragon Tail, and that's going to be a very swift kill in favor of Liquid. Now Crit has to get the hell out as Koikfa applies some pressure to that tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Arteezy still in the enemy jungle. Mikke attempting to TP out. Static link damage, not quite enough. And with this, Liquid gonna decimate this tower. I'm not sure if they can get the full. It's gonna get to at least about half HP here.
Flies level 6.
That is very true. That is
a problem for SUMAIL, who is going to die now. Look at
just
SUMAIL!
Pressuring that tower himself right now.
Dead.
That is another Death Requiem for SUMAIL.
Try to hit mid again, perhaps, so you can like equalize that mid lane. And most importantly, you need to protect SUMAIL. He's level 7 on Shadow Fiend minute 10. I mean, that is not good.
Off-lane Koikfa on this DK is a level higher, like you said. Static Link, that's a lot of damage on Arteezy, but he's going to get pressured now from Taiga and company. He should be going down pretty easily. And good down kill. He goes. And Sandy, in the meantime, Abed.
No dive.
Yeah, that's a lot of sticky napalm stacks. So that's going to be a trade across the map. Tell me about this, though, from EG's side.
Oh, he was bad.
Yeah, that is the early boots of travel. He's going to set things up with that lasso, and with the rest of the team here, that is going to be a swift one again.
And in this game, there's some pretty reliable targets in fights. Like if Dragon Knight goes in or if Axe goes in, they're not randomly just getting out of your static link again. Like they're committed. They don't have like Stampede or something to get out.
Again, the Bushwhack. And
didn't he literally just die?
He basically did, yeah. And he's going to sit in the fountain a little bit longer. And you can see that the net worth for Mikke, I mean, this is a position 1 Axe again.
Can we get
middle of the pack.
Can we get a GPM check for Axe for the last minute? It might be minus 20.
Yeah, that
not so good for Mikke there. All right, Liquid are going to make their own move. They find Ice Ice Ice.
Yeah, there's the Blink Dagger onto Koikfa, into the Dragon Tail, and a lot of magic damage with the egg being expended as well. They are not taking any chances. They saw that juke the other day. I mean, that was Koikfa himself making that juke. So like, just make sure you lock him down, right? Just need the stun.
That's what it takes. It's a 4-man rotation with their spells used. SUMAIL.
Yes, nice Requiem just in time. The static link is applied, though. Arteezy getting bursted down with this magic, and the impetus to finish him off with a Finger of Death is going to be used to take out the Phoenix. It's a 1-for-2 if you want to include the Broodmother kill earlier. Now make it an even trade in terms of numbers alone. That's SUMAIL getting surrounded again. Abed and the spiders with that Firefly.
Nice illusion.
Manta, or I guess there was the illusion rune being popped technically. And that is another death through SUMAIL.
And I like what Liquid did, killing the Brood, honestly. They made a big rotation. EG were just ready to counterplay, and they're going to keep
lasso again. I mean, this was used pretty early on in the fight, so it's up. And this is going to be another kill for EG. Feels like they're finding the picks that they need.
Yeah, Batrider can do a lot of magic damage, obviously, but there's one physical hero in their team right now.
Fly Smoke's going to be popped here. Taiga not spotted out quite yet, but wow, that was right after the TP too. So that'll be a freebie for EG as Arteezy will steal all that beautiful damage. This is going to be kind of an annoying kill, actually. Oh my, Koikfa caught out though. He gets the Dragon Tail off, attempting to TP out. Bushwhack is there though from Crit. And that's going to be a kill for Abed.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see how the tournament continues. Maybe there's a grand plan to it all, okay?
There might be.
I mean, maybe the Greaves is not good, you know? Maybe that's what will be EG's end.
Yeah, buff Greaves.
But right now, I mean, Liquid, it feels like they're very
dangerous movement.
The double blink here. Yeah, Arteezy pops the BKB, going on top of SUMAIL. Can't even pop the Requiem, attempting to TP out instead. It looks like he'll be successful as the egg comes out. Will stun Arteezy through that BKB. In the meanwhile, Ice. Looks like they want to continue the pressure, but I mean, SUMAIL went all the way back to base, so they're not going to have a lot of that damage, but it looks like Arteezy is going to be taken out. But that is, of course, just the Aegis. SUMAIL still waddling back to this fight. Eventually will make it. Koikfa gets hit by the Acorn shot. That was a stun there from the Axe initiating in with that Blink Dagger now that he has, but the Impale's going to be there. And Arteezy stealing all that beautiful damage from Mickey. SUMAIL dies in the backside. Actually, no, that was the Requiem getting a kill, in fact. 2-0 in favor of EG. SUMAIL looks like this will probably be the death Requiem for him finally. And EG, a very scattered fight, but they come out way ahead. 4-0.
You know, cast like nukes. It's not really fair, and that's sometimes what it feels like playing against these heroes with flying vision or flying movement.
Mickey gets scouted out here. That was a very, very ambitious TP, and it's going to cost him another questionable death. The death Requiem from SUMAIL, because I've just been hearing him die over and over. It was a real Requiem,
been conditioned.
and then a death Requiem after.
Yeah. It wasn't a great one, and then he died straight after.
I mean, they're just struggling, I mean, for the most part, with damage. I mean, we talked about how SUMAIL has died a bunch of times. That makes sense, but then you're position 1. It just feels like you're an offense. Arteezy pops the BKB just in time, dealing some damage from SUMAIL. The Requiem coming out, but the lasso cancels it. The egg is about to pop, though. It's going to be close. SUMAIL staying alive for now into the Requiem. This is exactly what they needed. They get the kill on Abed. Arteezy looks to be next. Does cost them SUMAIL, but he's died so many times this game, doesn't really matter as Phoenix buys back into the game now. There's the Bushwhack keeping the DK in place. Ice on a killing spree. And now Axe is going to be focused on by Ice and Crit from the sideline. Fly looks like he'll finally be taken out in this fight. And this did cost a buyback from Liquid, but they're at least getting some kills here. Mickey, in the meantime, pops that Berserker Skull, buyback onto the Lion now. And they're actually going to TP into this outpost, so Taiga will be able to get out. But this looks to be a dieback onto the Phoenix, so I mean, kind of a back-and-forth fight. I'm right.
Yeah, I'm also making up that it hasn't won, so we're good.
All right, we cancel each other out. Very nice, Mickey. The smoke, it is popped. Looks like they have the vision there, but as the initiation, again, this is from EG's side, bringing Mickey to the high ground, trying to get healed by Insania, but just gets bursted down. Very quick kill for EG and no buyback for Mickey, so Taiga has to get the hell out, but they're going to focus their pressure onto SUMAIL. Bushwhack does miss, but SUMAIL pops the BKB, trying to go for the Requiem. Ends up dying shortly after, though.
You never really know where the heroes are placed, and when your smoke breaks, it's hard not to panic. It's one of those things that makes a last pick Batrider so strong to me is when you have,
oh boy.
Yeah, we have a Koikfa problem here.
Yep, that's a lot of FPS problems too, but it's not going to matter for EG as they're going to take him out instantly. But there's the initiation from Mickey onto a bunch of spiders, but look at that hoodwink freaking stun, man. Jesus, that hero is actually insane this game, Sinner. I'm not just saying that. Mickey, in the meantime, looks like he's already at half HP, trying to run away. 2 dead already. Buyback onto the DK. Koikfa can't really do much. Stun. Another beautiful stun set up from Crit, and this looks to be the end of game 1. My goodness. Bushwhack MVP.
They have a lot of practice.
Yeah, exactly. At first, it was kind of underwhelming. I've said that on record as we see a billion spin webs into the fountain. Don't think that regen stacks though, Cinder.
No, it does not.
That would be hilarious if it did though. As GGs are finally called, and Liquid, they are 1 loss away from being eliminated. Of course, if they win the next one, then we go to tiebreakers.
Except in specific kinds of team fights where everybody just runs into each other and all spells get cast, then I really like Liquid's chances because Eclipse plus Overgrowth and Invoker spells is really powerful. But once BKBs come out, this Liquid lineup doesn't look very dangerous to me.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Fly's going to get caught by the Nature's Grasp along with 3 members of Liquid. It looks like that is going to be first blood going the way of Liquid here.
Going to Mickey?
Yeah, Mickey couldn't ask for a better hero to get that one. I mean, he has the Tornado, it's the Quas Wex build, so you can take off Flame Guard pretty much right away, dispel that with the Tornado.
Oh, Fly, this could be scary for SUMAIL if they have...
Ice getting dove, though. Taiga will be the trade, but no XP for him.
Is
so
there
1 for 1.
Dust on Clock or Lion? Because this could be a kill.
Yeah, Fly going in.
That was not so good.
I think he changed his mind. I don't actually think he was going for that after the fact.
Oh, region. I think you go for the Dom and some sort of boots upgrade, probably. And then, oh, hang on.
We're going to have a potential team fight here. Mickey is level 6, but the Primal Roar. Arteezy is here. Like you said, that is a great combination. And Mickey's just going to get right-click down and out inside the cogs. Taiga can't get anything off thanks to the battery assault. So amazing rotation from Arteezy. That was out of nowhere.
Such an unexpected attacking.
Yeah.
It's a minute 7 Viper traveling under-leveled. Feels really bad. There are some supports was like, okay, Clockwork needs those levels.
All right, Ice and his army are top lane now, so it looks like that is the objective that EG wants to take. The stomp is there from the Centaur, and Fly's going to connect on the other side with that Nether Toxin, like we've talked about so many times before, against these very tanky heroes with a passive that gives you the tankiness. The Nether Toxin just helps you make them super squishy versus that Lion. Mickey getting some stacks now, and
Abed with the haste. He might actually go for this. Knowing Abed, he's going to dive Taiga here.
Crit. EMP is going to connect to start things out, and like you said, that is a kill on the other side from Abed. That's a 1 for 1 on the supports.
Even when they're not fighting, they're always posing for a fight. So they're trying to make Liquid be inefficient on the map with their resources. Good combination of spells here.
Great layering overall. Will it be enough, though? Abed, yes! Wow, Insania's Purifying Flames is actually the one to get the kill. So feeling... I mean, they don't really have, other than hookshot, like long-range initiation. I guess you have Ember Spirit setting up chains, potentially. They feel pretty comfortable with what they have, and maybe Blink Dagger online, of course. Fly, first hookshot of the game. The Roar onto the Oracle to try to prevent. And look at the Centaur stomping as well. No
really
false promise for you.
There.
So they delete 2 heroes, and now Abed taking out the Courier of SUMAIL. And Taiga looks to be next. If they can just get 1 more stun, it should be a kill. Actually, the slow should suffice. Taiga has the overgrowth. It's going to actually connect on several heroes here, but Abed, the leave should be fine. And that's 3 dead, and EG, the pressure they're applying.
Cool. They then chain Centaurs on the Oracle, so Ice basically soloed him. And they isolated Koikva in the meantime. Very nicely done.
Nice tornado, though, from SUMAIL as Koikva does have his Dragon form. Will pop it. Fly, basically no mana to speak of, as the Eclipse pops as well. And... well, looks like Fly is going to be the only casualty for EG, so if you're EG, that's absolutely great turn of events. Eclipse down now.
Oh, SUMAIL. Wait, oh, never mind. You would imagine they're going to be able to grab this tower.
And the Liquid are coming in numbers to try to defend, but there's the Roar to start things out. They don't really have that much damage followed up, especially with that Fate's Edict applied. Meanwhile, bottom lane, this is the bigger kill onto Mickey. They're focusing so much on mid is Liquid that their carry ends up dying bottom, and they still lose that tier 1 mid. Now Taiga has TP'd in. Get the stun onto the Beastmaster, but not going to be able to follow it up with any damage, as Arteezy just going to be able to blow up this Dragon Knight again. This Viper versus Dragon Knight does not feel very good for DK players. Abed now chasing Insania. Looks like they'll leave it there. I mean, it is a 3K net worth lead, and again, just to remind viewers out there, Liquid has to win this game.
They are trying to surprise EG here with this move. Fly, however, is in a really good position to break smoke. I feel like this is ill-advised. We're going to see how it turns out, though.
Yeah, quite fun. They're using their initiation on the Fly. They blow him up pretty quickly. So that's a 5v4. Still, Alacrity on Luna is quite scary, Cinderin.
If they get that 1 kill and get out, it's actually not too... Are they going to get more?
Ice is clipped by the tornado, but you can see that Liquid are very scared to go in, although Dragon Knight jumps in, and now he's just going to get blown up inside that Nether Toxin. Down he goes before he can pop any spell. And now Liquid on the run. SUMAIL looks like Abed has his sights set, but Taiga with that overgrowth keeping him in place. If they can turn this around with the Eclipse, they do. Abed is dead. No Aegis for him. It is on the Viper, of course, as Arteezy. Now he's running. This is such a back and forth fight. Feels like both respective teams feel like they have advantages at different times in the fight.
That they don't have.
Overconfidence. Arteezy, that is going to be the Aegis. He is surrounded right now. Crit does have the Blink Dagger and every spell to his disposal. Arteezy puts down the Nether Toxin. There's a hookshot from Fly, who's actually respawned regularly, but there's a false promise keeping the Luna alive. How much damage do they have? Can they blow him up? I don't think so. He's just going to apply these right clicks to Fly.
He has taken so much damage that he's going to be healed to full.
And Viper, Arteezy looks like he will finally die. Tries to get out some more damage before the inevitable comes. 2K, network lead for EG, but a definite fight win for Liquid.
The pace of the game is really the bigger question rather than Viper, in theory, should be able, like with equal net worth, shouldn't be a bad hero against Luna late game. Oh, there's the roar.
BKB popped by Ice 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 into the roar, but the Fate's Edict applying a little bit of damage mitigation there for Koikfa. He's super healthy. He's going to pop that ult in turn.
Good stab.
Abed deep in enemy lines. They're going to try to focus on the Oracle for now. Now, Mickey already at half HP. He doesn't have an Aegis or anything like that. Overgrowth is there, but there's a false promise, keeping him alive. We'll see if he ends up at full HP despite taking so much damage from Arteezy on the other side of this Nature's Grasp. I mean, on the other side, you have Viper that can scale, you know, with the Shard. You can push like a mother effer. I mean, obviously Luna on the other side can push really well as well, but we've seen these fights as Dragon Knight jumps in. Looks like Ice 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 is going to be the recipient of that death in favor of Liquid, and the chase is on. Fate's Edict, I mean, I have to say, Insania is playing out of his mind right now. His spell usage is unbelievable. His Fly gets caught by his own cogs, essentially not able to hit his hook shot on teammate. He's going to go down. That's a double kill for Mickey. Make it a triple. Abed trying to slow them down a bit, but now Liquid, they might be doing it, Cinder.
Their tower pushing threat is just way too strong.
Yeah.
EG are kind of late to this. They don't have Glyph.
Yeah, and that Alacrity is just ripping right through the tower. It's not quite dead. Here's the initiation from Fly.
He's just dead.
Absolutely. And now Mickey can just finish off this tower as Abed is still coming from behind here. There's the buyback onto the Fly.
Starting on Oracle and bursting that hero, if possible, will really help.
Mickey just picks up a Hurricane Pike. Looks like they're going to apply all their pressure to Arteezy, but there's the roar to try to counteract that. Arteezy pops that Manta style, but Mickey is just ripping right through him. Looks like the space created thanks to Fly with those cogs is there. Oracle dies, buys back into the game. Looks like Treant's going to be next, so a double kill for Ice 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 from the sideline.
Koikfa's alive, though.
Now Abed, now getting right-clicked. He has to get out with that Remnant. He'll do so successfully for now, but now Crit, nice Force Staff into the low ground. Will get healed thanks to the Purifying Flames coming out. Oh, SUMAIL finds him, though, with a Deafening Blast, and now he's just stuck inside the pit. Wait, there's the Blink. Onto the other side, has a Spirit Vessel applied. Earth Spike to follow. Crit, I assume, is going to die here finally.
Good assumption.
Did require one buyback for Liquid, but they do find 3, and likely the second Roche.
Like, he spent the entire fight running. He cast his ult and couldn't stand his ground afterwards. He took like 2k damage, and then that's pretty much the fight for him. It's
and that's going to be a mid lane
really
as
tough.
well.
So much magic damage. You're playing into Invoker, one of the best heroes in the game to have BKB against. Have to question whether this itemization for EG is paying off versus the alternative.
Yeah, Koikfa jumps in with that Dragon Tail. No follow-up, however. Wants to make use of this Dragon form. Yep. There's the hook shot from Fly into the double Earth Spike, but Mickey gets saved again with the false promise. Of course, still has that Aegis. Or expended on him as well. Again, he's probably going to live through this and still has the Aegis on top of that. Koikfa pops that newly picked up BKB. Abed right in the middle of things, trying to go for that all-important Oracle who Fate's Edicts himself. And there you can see the Cataclysm doing massive damage. Crit gets blown up, buys back into the game instantly. They finally do get the Dragon Knight, though, so it's a 1-for-1, and now Liquid on the run, technically speaking. There's the Eclipse to follow up all of this damage from SUMAIL, who's kind of on the outside of this fight. Taiga trying to get off some spells, but he's going to get battery assaulted in the meantime inside of those cogs. Double kill for Abed, and they're just kiting this Luna as much as they can. Inside this Nether Toxin now, looks like Mickey is basically by himself. Abed on the outside. Aegis is still up, though, and they cannot kill this man. Arteezy, 3-level disadvantage and so much farm as well. Taiga still on the outskirts. Abed looking for him instead. Again, if they kill him, he's still going to have a second life. Fly still available to use. I mean, he can't go anywhere on Mickey.
I don't know if they can kill him, even with Nether Toxin and all their spells.
Yeah, we'll see here. Abed.
Yeah, they gotta let him go. Not sure how they're gonna stop him with this DD from just taking a lane of barracks.
Okay, this is a start. He's gonna pop his BKB really fast.
That was a great BKB.
Roar does come out, and like you said, they're kind of lacking damage when that BKB is activated, and Fly is just gonna be the sacrifice for now, and it looks like they're gonna find Crit as well. So double kill for Mickey with that DD still activated right now. And they're just going to go for this bottom. This is a double damage Alacrity Mickey, although the Alacrity did finally wear off. But again, this is where Luna gets ridiculous with these glaives, just bouncing left and right. This is going to be double racks at the very least without any supports. EG not able to find much, and they're just going to go for the tier 4s, and I can't blame them. Tornado set up by SUMAIL, Ice Wall to follow. Hurricane Pike into the aggressive play. The Cataclysm to follow with that Overgrowth is enough to take out Arteezy, and this looks to be going to tiebreaker, Cinderin. Unless there's some crazy comeback from EG. There's the Eclipse coming out. Ice is going to mitigate all that damage thanks to that BKB. But again, the right clicks. This is why Luna can be so powerful, both magic and physical damage. GG's come out. Tiebreaker, best of 1, Team of Spirit versus Liquid. That's going to be Spirit's next line for the following season. Yep.